Good morning, and this is the Daniel Saul Show, where you will witness sports talk and debate from yours truly, Daniel Sauls. Well, there's only one more thing for me to say. On this show, your passion meets truth. So to start our first real conversation and talking point here on this episode of the Daniel Saul Show, I just want to say first and foremost, I thank Jesus Christ for letting me do what I'm doing right now. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be able to talk about what I love most, and which is sports. Sports gives me such motivation and a drive to just be successful in life. And I know a lot of people don't agree with me in a lot of things that I say, but I'm glad that I'm here and I can be able to voice my opinion to the world and to my fans and to my subscribers and to everyone that watches my show. I really appreciate y'all. So let's go to the first talking point of the day in this episode. Who are my top 10 players in the NBA this season? Well, I'm going to go from 10 to 1. And this is going to be controversial as well. I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me, but I have my reasons for it. We're going to go to number 10 on my list, and that's Joel Embiid. Look, Joel Embiid, he's one of the best players in the league. I get it, okay? He's probably one of the best centers in the league, probably number 2, but there's a but. The media set expectations for the past, 3 years for him to make the conference finals. The odds makers said that he and the Sixers were going to make the finals. They were the favorites to win the finals for like 2 years in a row. They couldn't even make a damn conference final. How can I put you any higher than 10 if you can't simply do and meet expectations? You know what? I don't like it when the media makes expectations for players that don't deserve it. But my thing is this. When they make expectations for you, that means you're performing at a level that, you should be performing in the playoffs as well. And when you can't meet that, how can I say that you're that good of a player? How can I say that you deserve to be any higher than your ranking? I don't see it. When you talk about the greatest of greats, they not only perform well in the regular season, but in the playoffs. Okay, not every year, but majority of the years, and this is in Joel Embiid's prime. These are his prime years, and he's failing to meet expectations. That's not top 10 worthy, but I'll still give him credit to where it's due. 9 is Kevin Durant, same thing. Look, Kevin Durant, talent-wise, he's in there. He's on his decline, but he's still got that shot, that, basic jumper. Look. It's unstoppable. He's an unstoppable talent. He's one of the best scorers of all time. I give him that credit. But at the end of the day, there are better players than Kevin Durant, but I got to give him 9. And to be honest with you, this list has nothing to do with, if they're out this season, because I understand health plays a part, but I'm going to just tell you, when they're healthy and when they're at their best, who I think is a top 10. So I just want to point that out there. Kevin Durant's number 10. His resume speaks for itself. Number 8 is Ja Morant. Look, number 8 is Ja Morant for me. I just feel like Ja Morant, when he's on the court, he's unstoppable. He is rail thin. This dude is skinny as bones, and he is soaring through the sky, dunking on centers. Is there much else to say? This guy's electrifying. He gets the crowd hyped up. This is what the NBA wants to have in their league. They want somebody like this. Besides his behavioral issues, everything else is great. This guy is performing at a level that's really high. Yes, he had a season-ending injury this season, but when he is healthy, I think Ja Morant is the number 8 player in the NBA. Number 7, Steph Curry. I know it's a little low for Steph Curry, but I'm going to give you my reason why. He's on his decline. There's a lot of games where he doesn't really make that many threes, and he is known for threes. If it wasn't for three-point shots, he wouldn't be talked about. I'm sorry. It's just a fact. Same thing with Lamar Jackson. If he couldn't run as well as he does, he wouldn't be talked about. Steph Curry is the greatest shooter of all time. We all agree with that. Problem is yes, he has those hot nights. He has those games where he makes a lot. But then there are those games where he goes 2 or 3 from 12. I mean, 3 of 12, 2 of 12, 4 of 12, 2 of 15. He has those nights. He's in the days where he's on his decline too, because he is getting a little older. You got to put that into perspective. Maybe 3 years ago or 4 years ago, yes, he's definitely in the top 5, top 3. I'll give you that, but not right now. Number 6 is Luka Doncic. Look, Luka Doncic, the leading league's leading scorer right now. He's scoring the most points in the league. I think it's like either 32 or 34. I mean, it's something ridiculous. Luka Doncic is insane. He's performing at a really high level. He's been performing at a high level for, since he's been in the league. But after his first year, he's just been on an uphill trajectory in his career, and I feel like he's going to get better and better. But right now, he's performing at a level that nobody else is performing at. And it's funny because he's the most unathletic and slow, and he's still unstoppable, which means whatever he's doing is working at the highest level. So you got to give him props for that. Number 5 is Jason Tatum. Look, Jason Tatum, man, he's performing at a high level too. And to me, it's kind of like back and forth with Jason Tatum and Luka Doncic. I could go back and forth all day long. But at the end of the day, I feel like Jason Tatum is just an overall better basketball player. He's more athletic. He's got a better defense. He doesn't score as much points, but he is the main guy on his team. He's the number one scorer, number one option on his team. He performs at a high level 99% of the time. Like, when you think of overall basketball player, I don't think that Luka Doncic is better than Tatum despite his scoring average and how well he is on offense. That's my feeling on that. Number 4 is Anthony Edwards. Look, you can disagree with me all you want. Anthony Edwards is going to be the best player in the league in a few years. I promise you that. Look, man, this dude is a human highlight reel. He's dunking over people. He reminds people of Jordan and Kobe. His footwork, his movement, his fadeaways, his jump shot, everything. It's pure. It's like butter. This dude is literally one of the most slick and one of the most effortless players in the league. He is going to be a superstar, mark my words. He is my favorite player in the league. He is unstoppable. He is ruthless. And he is a dog. Yes, we don't like that he shot left-handed in the All-Star game. Yes, I get that. He should have shot right-handed like he always does. But at the end of the day, when he's taking it seriously and when it matters most and when, his team needs him the most, he shows up and shows out. I promise you, this guy will be the best player in the league come 2 years from now. All right, and number 3 is LeBron James. I know that he's in his older years. This might be his last year in the NBA. We never know. But I just can't say that any of these guys that I just named are performing at a better level overall than LeBron James. I wouldn't say that these guys under him are better than... Would I rather have LeBron James over these guys right now? Yes, I would. Just because he puts up huge numbers all the time. He gets his teammates involved. He gets a lot of assists. He gets a lot of rebounds. He gets a lot of points. He shoots good from 3. This is his best year from 3 overall in his career. He's shooting like a little bit under 40%, which is outrageous for LeBron James because he never shoots that. He shoots nothing close to that. Now he's shooting nearly 40% from 3. That's incredible. That's absolutely extraordinary. We got to give LeBron credit where it's due. And number 2 is Giannis. Giannis, for sure. I mean, Giannis is probably the most dominant force since Shaq, right? And I mean, yeah, he's not built like Shaq. He's a lot more lean and cut and ripped. But when you look at Giannis, dude, his built, he's long, he's strong. The Euro steps, the freaking power when he dunks. He's developing a jump shot better each and every year. He's already got a championship. Like, you got to think about these things. Giannis Antetokounmpo is without a doubt a top 2 player in the league. He was the number 1 player in the league a few years ago. But for me, I feel like number 1 has to be the guy who's the reigning and defending champion and is the best player on that team, and that's Nikola Jokic. Nikola Jokic is the best player in the NBA. I mean, when you talk about just pure talented centers, I know people want to say Joel Embiid is better than Jokic. I don't think it's close. Dude, Jokic was averaging more assists than Magic Johnson. This is in the finals. more assists than Magic Johnson, a better field goal percentage than Steph Curry, more rebounds than Tim Duncan. You're talking about elite players at what they were best at, and he averaged better numbers in those categories than those players. Can you believe that? All in one guy, and he's a guy that doesn't even care. He can't dunk. Well, he can, but he doesn't want to. He's not athletic. He's like Luka Doncic. This dude literally is slow as hell. But at the end of the day, whatever he's doing, it works. He can just shoot up a three like nobody's business, and it just splashes in everyone's face. He's shooting over people. He's getting to the rim. He's passing. It's absolutely incredible. His game reminds me of LeBron's game. You know, he likes to get his players involved. He'll get 10 assists, and then he'll start dropping 40. Like, you never know with this guy. He's absolutely extraordinary. Jokic is the best player in the league. He doesn't even care. That's kind of the funny thing. He doesn't even care. He doesn't even, basketball isn't his true love, and he's the best at it. So, I mean, Jokic is one, and at the end of the day, I feel like it's going to be hard to beat him at number one. And I'm predicting that they'll win the NBA Finals again this year. So, he's going to be the number one player next year, too. So that's my top 10 players. I got Jokic, Giannis, LeBron, Anthony Edwards, Tatum, Luka, Curry, Morant, Durant, and Embiid. Wait, hold up. Before this video ends, make sure you go like, turn on post notifications on as always, and comment. Let me know what you think about this video. And if you want to see more greatness and more amazing takes from me, Daniel Sauls, make sure you go subscribe to my channel, because I'll be back with another video for y'all guys very soon. Peace out, y'all.